Do you ever find yourself in the middle of your day, maybe standing in line or sitting at a meeting, and you need help? And so your heart just starts calling out to God for help, even though your lips might be closed. Perhaps you might be asking, does God hear your thoughts when you pray? Because you want a relationship that doesn't require a quiet room or a formal posture just to be official. And maybe you're tired of feeling like God is only reachable when you have the privacy to speak aloud. Well, my friend, don't worry, you are in the right place. By the end of today's episode, you will understand the internal frequency of the Spirit and gain the confidence that your silent yearnings are heard in heaven as clearly as a shout. We're going to help you solve feeling spiritually disconnected by exploring the God who understands our thoughts afar off. We're moving from an audible religion to a heart-to-heart relationship. Stay tuned. Ordinary women, extraordinary faith. When God calls, we say yes. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Arise Women of God podcast. I'm your host, Tamara K. Anderson, and joining me today is the amazing Kari Anjewierden, a member of our Women Warriors of Light Advisory Board. And today we're here to talk about the beautiful truth that God doesn't just listen to your voice, He listens to your soul. And we see this all over in the Bible. For example, with Hannah, in 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 13, she was praying at the doors of the temple for a child. And the scripture says she was pouring her heart out to God. Only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. The priest Eli found her like this. She was able to explain that she was pouring her heart out to God. And Eli became God's voice and told her that He had heard her and would answer her prayer. And He did. Let's jump to the New Testament and look at the story of the woman with the issue of blood who had been sick for many, many years. She heard of Jesus and she knew that she wanted to go and be healed of Him. Like so many others, she had a plan. And she said within herself, if I may but touch His garment, I shall be whole. And she did. And Jesus sensed her faith immediately and turned to talk to her and praise her for her faith. I love another verse from the Psalms where David testifies, "Thou understandest my thought afar off, for there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, Thou knowest it altogether." Isn't that beautiful? He understood David's heart, his prayer in his mind and in his soul. I love the verse in Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12 that says that God is a, quote, discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Isn't that beautiful? He doesn't need your vocal cords to understand your deepest needs and desires. We've talked about this silent connection before, about how God can walk with us even in high-stakes moments when we speak to Him in our hearts. There have been so many times as I've been having conversations, and it's usually with a loved one who is in strife at the moment, and they are just weeping or tired or their emotions are extremely high. And, I'm sitting there kind of with my eyes wide open going, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to handle this. I'm kind of at a loss. Maybe I've been talking to them for a while and nothing is clicking. And I'm at that point where I'm like, dear God, please help me. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. Help me guide my thoughts, guide my words. And this is all silent. And it's amazing. Every time I do it, something happens. And, at the end of it, I'm just like, whoa, wow, that turned out better than I thought. And that's when I realized it wasn't me. It was Him helping me know what to say because I offered a simple prayer, right? If God hears a thought, He also hears a feeling. Sometimes our thoughts aren't even words. They are just a heavy weight or a deep yearning. Kari has a powerful insight she's now going to share on how God translates those feelings.
That reminded me of the scripture in 1 Samuel 16, that the Lord seeth not as man seeth. And I think we sometimes get certain ideas in our head of what something should look like because we're looking at outward appearances, but God is always looking at the heart. And I think he hears our heart. I don't even think we have to even be thinking it so much as what the feelings are in our heart. I think he can feel those as if those were words too. I don't know if that's true, but I would like to believe that.
Because God hears and knows our thoughts, we can be 100% authentic with Him. We don't have to filter our prayers for politeness. And isn't it great to know that He can handle our raw, unedited feelings and thoughts, even the messy parts? I'm past the point of censoring what I say to Him. He knows everything I'm thinking anyway. And so I really feel like I can tell God anything. He can handle my anger. He can handle my stress. He can handle my grief. He can handle my questions that I have. Nothing is too big or too great or too surprising to God that He's going to be, oh, she's crossed the line now. I don't want to talk to Tamara anymore. Do you know what I mean? And so sometimes I tend to be a very open and frank person anyways, but with God, it's like 100%, if I feel super awkward about something, I'm going to talk to Him about it. If I feel angry about something, it's God, I don't want to feel this way anymore, but here's how I'm feeling right now, and help me to process this so I can get back to that place of peace, but he can take it all. He can take it all as probably the bestest friend in the whole wide world, because He's never going to leave us. So my friend, your mind is a sacred place where you and God can meet at any time, whether you're offering a silent, panicked prayer in a meeting or just sitting in your car with a heart too heavy for words. He hears you. You never have to wait for a formal moment to find a listening Father. To help you tune into that internal frequency, we have a free gift for you. You can download our Roadmap to Revelation, 6 Steps to Hearing God in Your Daily Life. And you can also download the free Receiving Light and Revelation audio meditation that goes along with it to help you prepare to better hear Him and discern His whispers to you. The link is in the notes below. When you feel like God is distant, turn to step 2, finding your divine frequency. It helps you identify those quiet pings of thought that are actually God's answers. We also invite you to use step 6, the evening review, and write down a moment where you saw or felt Him today, or ask Him to show you where He showed up. When you record those heart-to-heart miracles or whispers or signs of His love, they can become your anchor. So my friends, never forget that God is as close as your next thought. And until next time, may you arise, do it God's way, God strong.